Culture evolves at the speed of light, just like your financial needs. When it comes to your money, Credit Karma keeps you in the know and ahead of the game. You can count on Credit Karma to keep up with your financial needs as they evolve. We'll help you monitor your progress and give personalized recommendations so you can make strides towards your goals and find your way to money. Make sure you're on the right track, no matter where you are on your financial journey. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to When Reality Hits. Today, I have a special guest, little cutie pie, Tanner Courtad.
What's up, Brittany?
From Bachelorette and Bachelor in Paradise.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Thanks for having me on.
Of course. Thanks for being here.
Of course, of course.
Okay, so just so everybody knows, I first met Tanner at Jax's bar because our mutual friend Charity was hosting a Bachelorette night party there. And Tanner just happened to come in, and now we're great friends.
I did. It was a great night. I mean, yeah, I'm still friends with Charity and Dotton, and they sent me a text and said to come through to Jax, and I'm new to LA, so I was like, sure, I'll come, and we've been friends since.
A lot of people actually wrote in and asked like why you decided to move to LA.
Why did I decide to move to LA?
Yeah.
So I'm from Pittsburgh. And I've lived there for most of my life. I lived in New York City for like a hot minute and then been in Pittsburgh for the last like 7 years. And my brothers lived out in LA for the past like 10 years. So I spent a lot of time coming out here.
Oh, your brothers live here too?
Yeah. So he just moved to Atlanta. So I moved right into his apartment, which was like super easy. It was like the easiest move ever. I was like unpacked and settled in LA in like an hour. So it was like perfect. But yeah, I mean, for the other obvious reasons too, the weather, there's more opportunity here. I'm big into fitness, so I like to be outside and run and hike and all those things. So
yeah, I don't know how you're outside running, especially right now because it is so hot.
It has been super hot in LA in July, but I don't mind. I don't mind it. I think it's nice. I feel like you break a sweat, you move your body. I like it, but also I'm coming from Pittsburgh where it's like 30 degrees and like rainy and cloudy most of the year, so like anything is better than that.
I've actually been to Pittsburgh a couple times.
You have?
Yeah.
Are you a Steelers fan?
So I was going to ask you that. I was actually going to ask you that. Yeah. I used to actually hang out with a guy that played for the Steelers.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
And so he like flew me up for a couple games.
There you go. Go get it. I see you.
No, this was a long time ago. This was pre-Vanderpump Rules. This was like my college days.
Okay.
It was.
Gotcha.
So, but that's the only time I've ever been is like going to games and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that's
so are you a Steelers fan?
I'm a big Steelers fan.
Yeah, I figure.
Yeah. I mean, on my first episode of The Bachelorette, you have to like do something to like stand out of the limo, and I came out with like a terrible towel. So like in Pittsburgh we wave terrible towels. It's a whole thing, right? It's big in Pittsburgh, so that's kind of what I did. So I was known in Pittsburgh on The Bachelorette as like being a Steelers fan. So
well, see, I should have watched your episode. I should have watched your episode on The Bachelorette before I did this podcast.
That's
but
all good.
I did.
I'll send it to you.
I did watch some of what is it called, Love in Paradise? Oh no, Bachelor.
You got it.
Gosh,
you were combining Love Is Blind and all of
yes,
yeah,
Bachelor in Paradise. I did watch a couple of those, but I like to ask all my guests whenever they come on because this is a reality TV podcast. How did you even get started on The Bachelorette?
Yeah, so speaking of my brother, I was going through a breakup in Pittsburgh and just like down, negative, in the dumps, whatever. And I was like, I'm going to go visit my brother in LA. Spent like 2 weeks in LA. And he asked me, he's like, would you ever go like on Bachelor, like on The Bachelorette? And at the time I was like, no, I don't really think so. But he decided to sign me up anyways. And 2 months after that, I got a call from a producer that asked me to like go on the show. And I wasn't really sure if I wanted to go on the show, to be honest. Like I was kind of happy where I was at, but I don't know. I'm open to like new experiences and new opportunities, and I love love, so I'm like, sure, I'll go. I'll go on the show. So, yeah, my brother signed me up, and then I decided to go through the interview process. And I told myself if I got the contract at like the end of the interview process, then I would decide if I wanted to go on it or not.
Wait, I need to hear more. Like, what is the interview process for The Bachelorette?
It's extensive. It's crazy. I mean, they ask you a lot about your dating history. There's like probably 10 different rounds, right?
Oh, that's good.
I had to fly down to Fort Lauderdale for like an in-person interview. like a camera test. You meet with a psychologist. You have to do an STD test. You got to do all these things, right? And then like at the end of it, they send me the contract and they're like, "Do you want to be on the show?" And I was like, "You know what? Yes. Okay, let's go do it." So,
did you think that whenever you went on a show like that you might actually find love, or was it more just like, this could be a fun experience?
I'm an idiot because yes, I did think I was going to find love, and like I clearly didn't. But I don't know. I'm an optimistic person. Like I said, I love. Like I just like was like super into the idea of like going there for the opportunity and the experience. That's kind of, I think that's why most people go on the show, is like for the experience, and like if you fall in love, like that's a bonus, because like the odds of that actually happening are super low, and the odds of that working out post the show are like pretty low too. But I was open to it, and like I gave it my best shot.
Well, so how long do you actually like film in the house? You know, like to fall in love with somebody, and like how much one-on-one time do you actually get with the Bachelorette?
It's a couple months. So I mean, like if you make it to the very end, there is enough time, right? But for like the people that go home like week 2, week 3, week 4, it's like, yeah, it's not really.
What is there, like 26 guys? Because I had Charity on the podcast like a couple episodes ago. So we were in the Bahamas together. And I was like, what is it like to date 26? Is it 26, Ben?
Well, I think it's different every year. Okay. Sometimes there's like 25, sometimes there's 30. So that's something. I think it just depends, right?
I was like, what's it like to date 26 men?
I don't know what it's like to date 26 men. I can only imagine. It's insane.
From her standpoint. And then like from you guys, what I think, like, you know, watching, I don't watch it all the time, as you know. Yeah. But I feel like the competition can make it like, make you feel like you're falling in love, even if you're not.
Yeah, I mean,
not saying that they're not in love. Obviously, so happy for Charity and Dalton. Like, they're so cute together, amazing.
For sure,
but meaning like in the first couple weeks,
like they were like supposed to be together.
Oh yeah,
like,
they're great.
You spend 5 minutes with them and you see that and you realize it.
Yeah, I could tell that Charity was like so happy, and that makes me so happy. I just wonder, like, because for me, I'm such a competitive person that I'm like, I would just want to win.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of people go into that and then like they come off a certain way, right? They might step on people's toes, piss people off, like accidentally become the villain of the season by accident because they want to win. But to me, like, I'm not that competitive of a person. Like, I played sports and like if we're playing like beer pong, like, yeah, I want to kick your ass and I want to win. But I'm not that competitive of a person in those situations. I would just rather kind of like sit back in my corner, kind of be aware, watch how everyone's operating, right? Just kind of just chill. And like, because for me, I wasn't looking to win. I really wasn't. I was looking to see, like, do Charity and I have a connection? Is that connection real? Could it grow into something real after this show? And so that's where my mindset was with everything. So I never felt like, I don't know, out of character, I guess. I was just kind of chilling the whole time.
Well, that's good. I mean, on reality TV, you have to be yourself. I just wonder, I've never been on one of these like competition type shows or love making shows to like actually know.
Love making shows.
love making shows.
Paradise After Dark.
You know what I mean, though?
I got you,
like, I've had people from Love is Blind on and everything else, and I'm like, I just wonder if there's like that little sense of like competition that makes you be
a little bit. It definitely comes out. I mean, on The Bachelorette, we had multiple competitions, like on group dates, where so our first one we had to play beach dodgeball, like in Speedos, the whole thing, or in Venice Beach, it was like 40 degrees.
You had to wear Speedos.
You check the tape. I was a complete non-factor in this game, but it happened, right? So like in those situations, yeah, your competitive nature definitely comes out, and you want to stand out because like she's like watching this, right? She's taking a look at like, okay, yeah, they're competing for like a dodgeball game, but at the same time, whoever wins will spend more time with her. So she is clearly watching about like who's trying and who's not trying. So yeah, there's parts of me that I was like competing, but when it came down to, because I made it to the final like 5.
I was literally getting ready to ask you how far you went on the show.
Yeah, so I went home right before hometowns. So I was like the final 5 guys there. So at that point, you know, the competition in my eyes kind of ends, right? There's not like, I'm not going to convince Charity to fall in love with me at that point if she has her eyes on Dalton or maybe somebody else that's there, right? So it's really at that point the competition ends and you just try to build something that's real. And time just kind of ran out for us on that show, so it didn't really work out that way.
Well, I mean, I'm glad that you like at least went and tried, because that's like so nerve wracking. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. You're like, yes, I do.
I know exactly what you mean.
Being on a TV show and doing all that stuff and like putting yourself out there is extremely nerve wracking. So that takes a lot of confidence.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're pretty confident.
I like to think so. At least I fake it for the most part. And I don't know. I guess I'm open to like new opportunities and exciting things all the time. That's just kind of like how I am. So, I don't know. It just kind of seemed like the right thing to do at the right place in my life, you know?
Yeah. I love that for you.
Yeah, it was cool.
I have met so many people from like Bachelor, Bachelorette, Love in Paradise. What is it called? Bachelor in Paradise.
We're just going to call it Love in Paradise, everybody.
Bachelor in Paradise. Through, you know, like my team, working with a lot of different people. And I just feel like, okay, well, you always say you don't know your name.
Why did you not work with Tanner?
Yeah, Lori doesn't work with Tanner, but I've met a lot of different people from The Bachelor and stuff through Lori, my publicist and friend. And I just feel like everybody becomes good friends after.
100%. And when I went on the show, I was like fully convinced that everyone was just going to be very douchey and I wasn't going to like anybody. But I walked out of the Bachelorette with like 15 very solid friends of mine that will be the friends of mine for the rest of my life.
So you made it to like the last final five.
Final five. So I was there pretty long.
Yeah.
And but yeah, everyone just becomes, especially on my season, a lot of season, like the current season that we're watching with Jen, those dudes like hate each other. Like they actually like do not like each other at all. So that's why there's already so much drama happening. But with my season, there wasn't too much drama because we were all legitimately friends and we cared about each other. And it was like, I don't know, it was kind of interesting.
I mean, on Vanderpump Rules, pretty much the entire cast has dated each other or done something like that anyway. So I kind of get it.
It's crazy.
And then we're all still friends with each other. I mean, we're
trauma bonding. It's just like we're all kind of going through the same shit together. And it's just, I don't know, I guess it is what it is.
Well, I mean, it's a whole different world that many, many people can't understand because they haven't been through it. And like the whole social media aspect and everything else that comes along with being on reality TV is absolutely crazy.
Yep.
What was the process of like getting chosen for Bachelor in Paradise? Because now we've talked about The Bachelorette. We need to talk about Bachelor in Paradise.
We can get into Paradise.
Love Island.
So yeah, exactly.
Love in Paradise.
Love in Paradise.
I'm mixing up the two.
Yeah, so I mean, it didn't take long for me to hear about that show after. So I finished filming The Bachelorette. I got home. I got my phone back. I was resettled into like the real world for like an hour before I got a call to go on Bachelor in Paradise.
Oh, dang.
And they start filming that like right after. So before the Bachelorette even aired, I went to go film Bachelor in Paradise.
So the girls didn't even like know who you were or anything yet.
No. I mean, like I kind of had an advantage because I watched the previous season of The Bachelor. So I knew Zach Shallcross's whole season of girls because I was like, one of these girls might be the Bachelorette. Mm-hmm. So I was familiar with them and I've watched past seasons of the show before. But yeah, I mean, I just decided why not do it again, see what happens. It didn't work out the first time, but I truly believe that in Bachelor in Paradise, there's more of a chance to actually like find someone that you really, really like and like can see an actual future with because you spend a lot more time with them on Paradise. So I was like,
are you stuck in like a little house together, or but not a little house, but like a big house together?
So it's in Mexico, and it's like it's a small little like I want to say like boutique resort kind of thing built into the hills. So like there's like quarters, like there's like the girls' quarters, our quarters. There's like a main pool. There's a beach. We're pretty much on a beach that's like it's not that big, but it's pretty private and like I don't know. It's nice. It's nice. It was beautiful there.
Can you like get away if you need to, like escape?
There's nowhere to go.
Do you have TVs, phones, any of that stuff?
No TVs.
What?
No phones. No music. I wish there was music.
That's one of the hardest parts about
you're a music
reality
girl.
TV.
I'm a music guy.
Yes.
I want music around all the time.
Yeah.
Like my
I need
entire
some
day.
noise going on.
Of course.
In my life.
Yeah, exactly. We need to silence these crazy thoughts that are happening all the time. But I was hoping that there was going to be music there because I'm a good time when there's music playing. If there's no music playing, I'm just like, what do we talk about?
I mean, you were singing Shabuzi. Is that how you say his name?
Yeah.
You were singing that.
Horribly
karaoke.
singing it.
It was so cute.
I was a couple shots of Casamigos deep.
Yep, Casamigos. Love it. Okay, so I actually to prepare for this podcast, I actually watched a couple episodes of Bachelor in Paradise.
Interesting. Oh, no.
Like, you guys have to walk out and just, like, introduce yourself. You have no idea who's going to be down there waiting for you.
No, you really have no idea. I mean, you can, like...
You don't even know who, like, is starting to, like, have a connection or hooking up. Like,
no, they don't tell you anything. So, like, my season of The Bachelorette, there was, like, the first people on the island or on the beach, and then I was, like, the first or second person. So, like, new people come, right? So I was, like, one of the first new people to come, and you have no idea. They're just like, go in there and give you a date card, and you decide who you want to take on a date. And
that has to be so nerve-wracking to walk down.
For sure. Yeah. I was a nervous wreck. I mean, it might not look like it on TV, but I'm like sweating. Like, a good thing it was 90 degrees in Mexico. It just looks like I was hot. But yeah, I was freaking out a little bit. But it's they just throw you in the fire and you're just there. It's crazy.
So the episode that I saw, Kat. She's wild.
Kat. Yeah.
She is a wild. So is she like...
You picked a great episode to watch.
I felt kind of bad for you because I was like, oh my gosh, she's like trying to say, not like be mean or anything.
No, I was
but
trying
she's like telling the opposite story that you were telling.
Yeah, I was hoping it came through how it actually happened in real life, right?
I think everybody that watched it noticed.
Yeah, it was...
What was going on?
It was crazy. Right? You never want to hurt anybody. But like, you know, especially like... I went in there and I actually knew of Kat, right? So I was actually very interested in getting
beautiful.
to...
Beautiful girl.
Beautiful. Smart. She was a nurse. She had a lot of good things.
Oh, she's a nurse.
Yeah. She's in medicine. So like, she's just like...
Would have never guessed.
She's just killing it. So...
Not that I'm saying that she's not. It's just the way that she's on the show, which I also know how that works as well.
Of course. But, yeah. There's a little bit of all of that in reality TV, right? So it's never exactly what it seems to be, like what you're watching on TV. But yeah, Kat was just not handling the breakup very well. We'll leave it at that. It was tough for me because I was like, I'm trying to just be honest, right?
But like, okay, you say the breakup. Like, how long do you even hang out with the person?
It wasn't that long.
Like a day?
Longer than a day, but not that
like
long.
Like 2 days?
Maybe a little bit longer than that.
3?
Probably. It wasn't that long.
Oh my gosh.
So like, and like within 3 days, how much can you really get to know somebody, right?
Yeah.
And like on that show, I will say this is 100% true on The Bachelor, Bachelorette, and Bachelor in Paradise. Like one day feels like getting to know someone for 6 months because they remove all of distractions, all your family, your friends. It's not there. You're really getting to know somebody. I always say this on those shows, you're getting to know somebody from like the inside out. Where in like the real world, you're trying to get to know someone from like the outside in, right? Because like you just get very vulnerable very, very quickly on The Bachelor, like very fast. So
and everything is also on camera, so
it's escalated, like times 10.
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't know. It just I realized pretty quickly that Kat and I probably weren't going to get engaged, so I was like, we should just end this immediately.
Okay, so the end goal is to get engaged with somebody on Bachelor in Paradise.
I mean, that's the show's goal, right? I mean, my goal was to fall in love with somebody and hopefully see a future with them. And if it came down to it at the end and that was on the table, like maybe that would happen, but I wasn't going to force it, you know? Can't be forcing it.
Everybody says that you only pet kiss.
What the I know. I'm a good kisser. This is bullshit.
I watched that and I was like, oh my gosh, everybody keeps saying that he only pet kiss. And then Rachel was out and she was like, he only pet kisses.
Rachel said that too?
Yeah.
Damn it, Rachel. We gotta remove this narrative from the internet. I'm a good kisser. I swear to God. And
that's why I wanted to ask you. Like, do you only pet kiss?
No, I kiss with tongue all the time. I'm a normal guy. I'm a normal person.
Do you think that being on TV, like, does it feel weird because you don't want your family to see?
That honestly, subconsciously might have been it.
Yeah.
Because I didn't realize that I wasn't kissing with tongue. I always kiss with tongue. It was
also on the episode that I saw. It was like, he only pet kisses. And then Rachel sent it to me too. And because Rachel's been on my podcast before. She's one of my dear friends.
That might have been it. And like, I don't know. I've never made out with girls on TV before. Maybe I just didn't want to.
I don't think I've ever even made out, even with my husband.
There we go. That's good. So like,
I get it.
And the cameras are right there. It's not like they're across the room. They're like pretty much right next to you. So I don't know. Maybe subconsciously I'm like, let's not go full X-rated, like R-X-rated here. Let's keep it PG. But I don't know. I guess I was on Bachelor in Paradise, so anything really goes. I don't know.
I mean, the preview is like everybody just making out, the entire time.
I love making out too. So like, it's kind of upsetting that's like the narrative out there about me. That's like, I'm not a good kisser.
Well, they didn't say that you weren't a good kisser. They said that you only pet kiss.
Well, it's funny because I was actually in San Diego like a month ago. And Kat and I are like close friends now.
Okay, good. So she's actually cool. I'm not trying to hate on her by any means.
No, you're
just
good.
That one episode I watched, I was like, she is wild.
And like the internet.
I bet I would like her in real life, you know?
Love her. She's great. She's a good time. But I was in San Diego and I met up with her and I met her mom actually. And her mom was just like, so is it true? I'm like, what? You don't kiss with tongue? I was like, what the
That's so funny.
So yeah. I mean,
so like you're still like really good friends with her, and you're like meeting her family and doing all that. Like that's why this world is so crazy.
And it goes back to your first question. Like, I made even the person that wanted to kill me on Paradise. We're friends now, so it's all good.
Okay, well, good. That makes me like think better about her.
Yeah,
to know that
she's a good person.
Not that I thought anything bad of her. I know how TV works, but at the same time,
watching
it's
it,
like,
you're
whoa,
like, this is crazy.
And then she like bounces right to the next one and is like so upset about that guy too. So that's why I was like, I need to ask you about Kat.
Yeah.
But awesome to know that she's a good person and a lot of fun. Maybe I'll have to hang out with her one day. So going into all this stuff, who is your closest friend from like the Bachelor Nation world? Yeah,
I mean, I'm so lucky because I came off of the Bachelorette with like a lot of close friends, like truly. And I talk to them all like all the time too. It's not like we got off the show and like stopped communicating. But I mean, my closest friend from like the first night was Joey Grazade, who's like the last Bachelor. Joey's the man. He's from Philly. I was from Pittsburgh. We were the PA boys in the house, and in the beginning stages of that, you're just kind of looking for any common ground, right? So he's someone I connected with real early. Dotton, who's obviously Dotton, just the man. I just fucking adore Dotton. He's a 6'8" giant.
He seems so nice, like gentle giant.
He's the best. But I mean, I could go on and on. John B, Sean, Warwick. I mean, all the guys from my cast, like I'm still friends with to this day, and we're actually doing a big trip in October together in Mexico.
Oh, fun.
And it'll be the first time that we all kind of get together post show and do something fun. So, all of them. So
I kind of asked you about this a little bit earlier. What made you decide to move to LA? We kind of talked about that, but how is it compared to Pittsburgh? Like, do you have a little bit of culture shock? Like, because I know whenever I first moved here from Kentucky, it was just like completely different for me. How old were you when you moved here? 26. 26, yeah, gotcha. And you were in Kentucky until then? Yeah, I was in Kentucky and moved here. Yeah. Drove by myself for 3 days. Yeah, okay. So, I mean, similar story. I drove from Pittsburgh for 6 days, right? The drive was incredible, but yeah, it's definitely very different. There's not much culture shock because I feel like I've been here a lot. Yeah, I mean, now that I know that your brother's been here. Yeah, so it wasn't like I didn't know what LA was and I came, and it's not like I came at like 22 or 23. I came at 30, right? So I kind of knew what to expect. But so far, LA's been like great to me. I'm actually happy I came here later than earlier. Well, good. For me, it was I think it was a lot of like, why does nobody talk in the elevator? Like say hello or like. So did you lose? I don't think you lost this part of like the Kentucky girl on you though. No. She's still here. She's still with us. She's always going to be with me. And like my accent's not going anywhere. I'm constantly talking to my family every single day. But like in Kentucky, like you drive down the road, somebody's on their tractor and they're waving at you from your car. You're waving back. 100%. And just everybody's so nice. And here, like you'll get into the elevator, nobody will even say hello, and I'll even like come into the elevator like, "Hi guys," and sometimes people won't even respond to me. It's crazy, but I feel like, did you feel like this about LA? Because you still have that, and I still have it too. Being from Pittsburgh, I mean, we wave, we say hi, we make small talk. I drive a Jeep.
And so I'm doing the Jeep wave in Pittsburgh. Everyone's waving.
Wait, hold on.
The Jeep wave is not a thing here.
I was not even expecting to talk about this, but I have a Jeep too. I think we've talked about this before.
Yes.
But did you know that there's like a rubber duck thing?
Yeah.
Okay, I had no idea, and I was in the parking lot at like
Recently?
Ralph's or something, and somebody tapped on my window and like brought me a rubber duck that had like the Jeep thing on it, and I was like kind of scared because we are in LA. I was like, what the hell's happening? But it was a woman, so like I rolled down my window, and I was like, that's not mine, because I thought she was like thinking it was mine because my son was with me.
That's not mine.
I was like, that's not mine. She was like, oh no, this is like a Jeep thing. Like, I'm giving you this because you have a Jeep, and now you're supposed to give it to somebody else. I was like, what? I was like, thank you. This is cool. I had no idea that was a thing.
It's a big thing in Pittsburgh. I mean, I had like 10 ducks in my Jeep, like at all times, and I still have 3 just in case. Like,
oh my gosh!
I keep them in my dash, and if someone ducks me, then you duck them back. It's kind of a cool thing.
But
no one does the Jeep wave in LA, so I'm like, what the fuck? I want to wave to you, but like, there's too many people, there's too many Jeeps. You would just be waving every 2 seconds.
Like, I always knew I wanted a white Jeep, and whenever I finally got mine, I felt like I saw white Jeeps everywhere all of a sudden. You know, like I didn't notice before, and I was like, dang, they're everywhere.
Well, I will say this. I mean, I've only been in LA a month and a half, and a lot of people are very aware of how long I've been here because they keep saying, oh, you're still nice. I'm like, I'm fully baked at this point. Like, this is who I am. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not changing much. Like,
do not change. You are so nice.
I'm still gonna wave to you. You know?
Yeah. And that's how I feel. Like, I'm not going to change.
But that's good, right? We need to be. There needs to be more people like us in LA because LA does have a bad rap of like not having great people. Well, you're one of the first people I've met here, and I'm like, this isn't true. She's amazing. I'm like, yeah, she's from Kentucky, but still, she's I'm
never going to lose like my Kentucky ways, the way I was raised and all that stuff. My morals, like, they're always going to be the same.
For sure.
But it's just, I'm just like, why don't people just like say hello to each other and like little things like that? That's like, that was the biggest. And I know there's like so many other things, like people on drugs on the side of the road at the Hollywood Star Walk of Fame or whatever. But that's crazy to see. And like a lot of homeless people was really hard to see.
Yeah.
I always want to help everybody. So like those type of things for like culture shock. But to me, it's just like, even like in the like grocery line, like nobody like even says hello to each other.
I know. And what I've noticed too is like, if you are the person that says hello, if you are the person to ask people how they are, most people are very receptive of it. It's
I'm
just
they're not saying everybody in LA is like that.
But like a lot of people are like, they're just not doing it because they're used to not doing it because no one else is.
Exactly.
Right. But once you kind of once you break people and you're like, oh no, like I'm a genuine person, they kind of like open up a little bit.
Yeah. So. I'm definitely that girl in the elevator that's gonna be like, hey, how are you? Like, that's just who I am, because it's uncomfortable for me.
Like, this bitch is crazy.
It's uncomfortable for me to ride up like 3 levels and nobody's speaking, and that's just weird to me.
I'm with you.
How are you like coping with like your whole family not being around? Because that's also been one of the hardest parts for me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm super close with my family.
Yeah,
like
I love that.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's still in Pittsburgh. My brother's in Atlanta, but yeah, I mean, I still talk to them all the time. You know, if I need anything, like I call my brother. I had a 3-way call with my sister and my brother earlier today.
Aww.
Talking about, I don't even know what the hell we were talking about, but yeah, I mean, that's definitely like the biggest adjustment. And I have a ton of really close friends, like my best friend Jeff, Pat, Tony, Mazzola. They're all in Pittsburgh still. Mm-hmm. And I think I do a pretty good job at like keeping in touch with people. So far it hasn't been too bad, but I haven't been here too long. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But
I'm so close to my friends. I try to go back to Kentucky. Obviously I'm so close to my family too, but I try to go back to Kentucky a lot, and we're always together. And we have a group chat called Cheaper Than Therapy.
Love it.
Like, so we talk on
the
it.
hometown
like,
group chats are the
every
best.
single day. So I think I told you this the other night, actually, that you just seem to me like the All-American quarterback from high school. Do you know? I think I said that to you the other night. But like, I know that you're like in this fitness world, and you're a personal trainer, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So how did that start for you, or have you always been like athletic and doing all the things?
I would say the stereotype is true. I just didn't play quarterback. I played wide receiver and linebacker. But yeah, I mean, I kind of fit that mold a little bit, and I've always gravitated towards fitness just because I like the way it makes me feel, to be honest, like physically and mentally. So yeah, I mean, I worked in Pittsburgh for the past 8 years and had a lot of sales jobs, and I always worked part-time in a gym just because I like being around positive people and movement, and it was just healthy environment to be in. So worked in a lot of different smaller gyms in Pittsburgh. And then just this past October, I started my own fitness brand called Future Self. And it's just really just a personal training brand, so I can help people and help people feel good, look good, and the whole thing. But it's
I love that.
I love it.
Tell people like how to find that.
Yeah, I mean, futureselffit.com is the website, and I take one-on-one clients. I do online workouts. It's all mostly digital.
Oh, the women are gonna love that you could be their personal trainer.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, it's a passion of mine. I truly want people to feel their best, look their best. And, you know, the brand's called Future Self because I was always teaching classes saying, put in the work now that your future self will thank you for. And it kind of goes further than that, too. Just if you're always kind of keeping in mind, like, what your future self would feel like, look like, you can kind of align, you know, your daily choices with what you want that life to look like. So it kind of goes outside of fitness, too, when you think about it. But it's just a super positive part of my life that I wanted to share with others. So it's been a lot of fun. And I've been working with, since I've been to LA, I made contacts with like a couple of private training gyms. So I'm looking to take maybe some like other clients in LA in person too. So it's just fun. I just love it. You know, I just like talking about it. I like moving my body. I like helping other people feel good. So it's
running outside in the heat 24/7.
Yeah, I'm a psychopath for sure. I'm a psycho, but
you're motivated, and that's nice.
Yeah,
I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you're like doing what you love and it makes you happy.
It feels like, I mean, it took me a long time to find, quote unquote, my purpose, but it feels like that. So we'll keep it going. See what happens.
Well, okay, we're going to switch gears.
Let's switch them.
Who is your celebrity crush?
Ooh, celebrity crush. I've always had a crush on Jennifer Aniston.
Oh,
always.
yeah. Oh, my gosh, Rachel.
She's just like the default answer for that for me. And like, I know that there's like new girls come up and whatever. But
she still looks amazing. Like, she is, and
she's funny.
Yeah.
I love her, and like, just go with it. She's great on Friends. She's like she's in everything. She's good.
One time I was at, I think it was the MTV Awards. And we were like there because we were nominated on Vanderpump Rules or something. And our table was right by.
Subtle flex.
Our table was right by the stairs that you come down whenever you're off stage. And I think she was winning like Icon of the Year or something. And everybody was like, Brittany, you have to be in the front because I love Friends. And they're like, you have to be at the front of the table. You have to be at the front of the table. And I was so embarrassed because she walked by me. I was just like, can we get a selfie? And I just felt so embarrassed after because, of course, the security guards are like, get the hell away from all of us.
Selfie?
No, I didn't get the selfie. But she made eye contact with me, and I was like, oh, yes.
Okay, that means something.
My night is made.
Yeah. Oh, man. Something tells me you'll get that eventually. We'll put it out there in the universe again.
Yeah, I love her. Like, literally on her birthday, I'm like, happy birthday, queen. Attacking her. Like, please notice me.
Yeah. That's good.
Maybe we can chat
who's
one
yours?
day.
Can I ask you who your celebrity crush is?
I love Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy. That's a good one.
Michael B. Jordan. I mean, there's a couple that I think are, but yeah.
Tom Hardy's good.
Like,
he's a beast. He's a man's man.
Whenever, I think it was like Reese Witherspoon, Tom Hardy, that movie, they like battled to, like, not battled, but they was like, who was going to date her? I forget what it's called.
I forget what it's called too.
But I thought he was so much hotter. I was like, why did she not pick him? Like, he became my celebrity crush from there.
Yep.
And he's so good. He's such a good actor and does like so many different characters.
I just finished Peaky Blinders, and I couldn't believe how good he was in Peaky Blinders.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you ever watched that, but
I like started it, but I haven't finished it.
Yeah,
but the only reason I even started it is because I was like, oh, Tom Hardy's on it.
Yeah, but he doesn't even look like Tom Hardy in it. You can barely even tell it's him.
Yeah. Which is like when he's Bane, I'm like, I can't even see his cute face.
Yeah, exactly. But he is jacked in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, this guy works out.
Yes. He looks good. All right. I always ask all my reality TV people this question. If you could be on any other reality show, what would it be and why?
That's a very good question. To be honest, I don't watch a lot of reality TV. I've never, I mean, before The Bachelorette, I watched The Bachelor, Bachelorette every once in a while, but I would like to be on, so there's a show called, it's on Fox. It's like, Special Forces.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know that show?
Sandoval.
Yes.
Sandoval was on there. Okay.
He was on there. And
I haven't actually seen it, but I just know it because Sandoval was on it.
Of course, yeah. So there was a couple people from Bachelor on that show too.
Okay.
But it's just
what do they do?
It's a challenge show, so they kind of take them through different kind of like Navy SEAL things. Like you carry the boats. It's like very, very physical, and
you're like, I will thrive in the
I'm
physical.
like, throw me into it. Throw me into the fire. So that'd probably be the one, but I don't know. Trying to think what else.
Okay, Special Forces. If you're hearing this, cast Tanner.
Yeah, I will go on the show, free of charge.
Free of charge. No, you got to make something.
All right.
All right, I'm going to go into a couple questions from fans that wrote in for you. This is from. I'm always like messing up everybody's names.
That's
This is from Manisi_Bay. What's your favorite childhood memory?
Favorite childhood memory. I've got a lot. I mean, I grew up in a very like standard American, like suburban, like neighborhood, like filled with woods and everything. So like we would honestly go out and like build forts in the woods with like hammer and nail every single summer. And it was like so much fun. So like probably like just like normal shit like that.
Yeah.
Getting in the woods. Yeah.
I know. I really want Cruz to have that,
It's tough.
stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, I know
the world's changed so much, even if you're not in LA, like everywhere.
I completely agree. It's tough, but probably something like that. There's probably a better answer, but that's the first thing that came to
that's
mind.
sweet. Making forts with hammer and nails.
It was just sick. I lived on Saigon Road in Pennsylvania. It was just like luscious green hills, and all my friends lived on the same street. So it was just like, it was cool.
I know you already talked about this, but I just had to like mention this that your brother wrote in.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
At Courtad.
That's my brother. Yeah.
And he said, how did he get into Bachelor Nation? I heard his super cool brother said him.
Yeah, that's exactly
and I
what
thought that was so sweet.
Yeah, that's funny. I mean, I'm not lying, right? That's great. Yeah, shout out Ty. He's the best. He's the best brother in the world. He got married back in December to Lindsay.
Oh, congrats.
They had a beautiful wedding in Tulum.
Oh, love that.
It was the best dance party I've ever been to. If anyone was at that wedding, they know how much fun I had at that wedding.
Aww.
I was sweating.
Well, congratulations to them.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, this is from Sav. I'm always messing up people's Sav Palo 32. How to stay motivated to prioritize fitness.
I think clearly defining your goal is the number one thing. A lot of people just want to get healthier. A lot of people want to lose 20 pounds. A lot of people want to add 30% to their bench press, right? So as long as you have a clearly defined goal, the motivation stays, right? People kind of get lost in the...
So people are like, I want to lift 30 more pounds?
Right. I mean,
I didn't know that was a thing.
Well, I mean...
I guess it's for guys, or is it for girls too?
For girls too.
Oh.
Yeah, for girls too. Mostly guys, but I think if you just have a clearly defined goal, it's very easy to wake up every day and know like, okay, this is what I have to do to get to that goal. So define your goal and then figure out a plan. And if you need help, let me know.
Yeah. Contact Tanner. Mm-hmm. Okay, this is from Meiji Brown. What's been the biggest struggle since being on the show?
Biggest struggle since being on the show? To be honest, life has been pretty good to me since I've been off the show. I'm trying to think biggest struggle.
Do you ever deal with any social media drama or anything like that?
I don't know how I got off the show and decided, like, I didn't get too much hate. Like, a lot of people get really hated on.
Well, you're a nice guy.
Yeah, but still, like, there's always something. But I don't know. I guess biggest struggle, I mean, I haven't really dated anybody since the show. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that's because of the show. It's just been, like, my personal dilemma, struggle is, like, trying to find someone that I really want to spend the rest of my life with. But no, I mean, everything's been pretty good other than that. We're figuring that part out. Okay,
another question from Meiji Brown. I liked her question, so I was like, let's do it. Mm-hmm. What's something we didn't see on the show that you wish the viewers saw?
Ooh. Okay, so I'm not sure what show she's referring to, but I'm going to...
All of them.
Okay, yeah. So,
all of them.
So there was a part on The Bachelorette where we were in San Diego, mm-hmm. and it was a Barbie group date where we all had to sing Girls Just Want to Have Fun to charity, but like make up our own lyrics to the song. And it was a whole thing. It was like kind of embarrassing, but we had a good time. And I like killed my performance. I swear I killed my performance.
This is the clip I need to see.
And like this clip doesn't exist. So
does it?
So like I killed my performance. Like Jordan Rogers told me to kiss Charity. We kissed on stage. And then
did you pet kiss or did you
we
make
made
out?
It was I don't remember. I think we probably pet kissed. I don't think
We probably pet kissed.
But and I was like so excited for this moment to air like on the show, right? And the episode aired. I'm telling my friends and family about this moment, and they showed my performance for like 2 seconds, and then they put a boo track on it, and then they cut it everything. So I was like, that's not what happened at all. I was like, this is bullshit. So like, I don't know. That was like a really fun moment.
That was your moment, and you didn't get to have it.
Didn't get that.
Dang it.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
All right, this one, I just have to ask you this one because it's from Janet.
Oh, nice. Perfect.
At Janet, a.k.a. my Janet. What's your favorite game at Dave & Buster's?
Skee ball, baby. We are skee ball fiends.
Skee ball.
Man, skee ball is a good time.
Yeah, the basketball is not it for me.
Skee ball is a good game. I feel like every house party should have skee ball. It'd be a more fun party.
I know, seriously. This is from Lisa_Mill. Tell him his niece Ella says hi and he's the best girl uncle ever.
Oh, that melts my heart. So going back to who I miss most, it's Ella.
Oh, how old is she?
She's 8 years old.
She's 8 years old, writing me on Instagram. I love it.
No, so I think that's her mom.
Oh, okay.
That's her mom.
It's her mom. Okay.
Yes, that is so cute. Yeah. So my niece Ella, she lives in Pittsburgh. She's just like the greatest human being in the world. Like she's just like super kind, sweet, empathetic. We were playing Super Mario Party like 2 weeks ago, and I was losing, and she was winning. And most kids are like happy that they're winning, right? And she's going on and on about how bad she feels that I'm in last. I'm like, you're just the cutest, best person ever. So I love her, and shout out Ella. She's
That's
the best.
so sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Okay, well, thank you, Tanner, for coming on. That was a lot of fun.
Thank you. That was a great time.
I hope you had a good time. And tell everybody where they can find you.
Yeah, you can find me at Tanner Courtad on Instagram. My fitness page is at Future Self Fit. And my website is futureselffit.com if you guys need any help with nutrition coaching or fitness coaching or ever need to reach me. That's where to find me.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in to another week of When Reality Hits. I love y'all. See you next week.